Umunnem, our encounter with the British during colonization, left us with what I would call a high dose of memory loss and low self esteem. And somehow we lost our self worth as a people. We allowed them take our lands, they turned our brothers against us, and also they changed our identities. All of these we allowed them do to us. I wouldn't blame our ancestors, but a lot we allowed them do to us was not even done by force, right? So we allowed them to change the pronunciations of and the spellings of the names of our villages and our towns, and for over more than 100 years now, even with all our educated elites that we have in Anibo, these names are still the way the British left them, Eota, and we don't even know that our identities are being erased, have been erased and replaced with the identification placed by someone else, right? So, with this, Umundema, I would like to welcome you to another interesting episode of Voice of the Sun. Today, we'll be talking about the importance of our names and our identities, especially those of our towns, right? So, every Igbo town or village can trace their ancestry back to their origin because of the name they use, right? So, like for instance, my town, I'm from Ikulummili in Nnewi South, Anambra State. Let's remove the Nnewi South, which is a local government. Let's remove the Anambra. I'm from Ikulummili, and whatever you call that name anywhere in the world, anyone who knows Anambra can ask, okay, Kebe Ikulummili, the way is Ikulummili, and they will say this is where it is. It has boundary with Ibuku, Amici, Unubi, and all of that. So now, how did we come to have our name? Like, I'm giving an example as Ikulummili. The founder of my town came from the Inri Axis and was traveled down to our area in search of greener pastures. Either he was a hunter, or he was a farmer, or he just, in the olden days, people move around to discover new places and create new settlements. So when he got to our area, he found lots of water because my town has lots of water. And then he said Ekulumumili, which means I've discovered water, I've met water. Right? So now imagine if the British did not could not spell Ekulumili or pronounce Ekulumili, and then they might now say Ikumili or Ekumili, and change the name. And then we on our own did not even fight it, we just accepted it to be our name. They did not change my town's name from Ikulumili to Ikumili, but they changed it to something else. So when the missionaries and the white people, when they came and they wanted to speak to the entire village, when people gathered, they now asked one of the interpreters what was the name of the town. He asked one of our elders. Our elders told him that Ekula Atolo, which means that Ekulu, which is a shortcut of Ekulumili. Atolo. Atolo is when people have gathered. Ekula Atolo. You understand? And then the whites wrote it down, Ekula Atolo, which today some of our neighbors say is Ekula Atolo when they make jokes, about us. But you see, that Ekula Atolo that they wrote is still there till today. Even as I want to put the name of my village on Facebook, what I find is Ekula Atolo. I don't find Ekulummili, and you see how the error of over 100 years ago persists till today. Now we have to start going to the British archives to try to change it and all of that. But you get my point, right? So, and this change of identity and name or misspelling or pronunciation happened to a whole lot of Igbo towns, and villages, even down to states, right? We have the case of Enugu, which is Enugu, top of a hill or top of a mountain, which is supposed to be spelled Enugwu, but then it's spelled Enugu, which is Enugu, and Enugu, my brothers and sisters, doesn't have any Igbo meaning. Eota. And then we have Oka, which is the capital of Anambra State. Oka is Oka, but it's spelled Awka. So wherever they found O, they replaced it with AW. You find it in towns like what they call it, Okonano, Amobia, and the rest. Right? So in Omahia, they change it to Umahia. Onitsha, which is Onicha, they change this to Onitsha, which does not make any sense, you know, in our understanding, our worldview as Igbo. There are lots of towns. Ibuzo, Igbo Uzo. It was changed to Ibuzo, right? And we have Nofia, which is N nwere ntụpọ n'okpuru, then FIA. It was changed to NAWFIA, which doesn't make any sense to us as a people. And we have Okunano, like I mentioned earlier. We have Mpo. Mpo is MKPO Tupo. O Tupo. They change this to NKPOR, which does not make any sense as Onyibo. And then we have Okozo, which was as usual, whenever they see O, they put an AW there. And we have Olo, which is O within Tuponobulie, LU, was changed to ORLU. And then we have Obo, which was changed to, wherever you see, they see the O, they put AW. And then we have Ubunta, which was changed to Oguta. And then we have Amobia, which was changed, the Amobia, they now changed it to AMAWB. It goes on. Iguacha down was apparently changed to a white man's name, Port Harcourt. I think he was the then governor of the eastern region before independence, after amalgamation. And then we have Nneobi. Abakaleke was changed to Abakaliki. All of these are the many places where the names of our towns were just bastardized. It goes on to Owerri. That's not even the real spelling of Owerri, We have Okpo, we have Ebenato, Abo, Ugwashuku. All of these towns were bastardized. There are lots more aside from these ones that I've been able to put together from, my own research. And then the list is endless, And honestly, time has come for us as a people to seek redress for this will I call it injustice, or to begin to speak up and begin to seek how we can take back the names of our indigenous towns. Get the right spellings, get the right names. And we must start this from our local, from Umunna, Umada, village meetings, town meetings, our local government chairmen, our House of Rep members, our senators, our governors, everyone who is involved in the Igbo project must come together and speak up and take this as what I would call a a revolution or a revival. We must revive what makes us Igbo. Now right all over the internet now, everybody's clamoring for our names, for us to take our names, for us to speak our language, for us to be proud of our heritage. This also should be a part of it. This video is in English language. I have one on the same topic which is in Igbo language. So if you want to hear it in Igbo language, you will find it on our platform, wherever you find this video, right? So like I was saying, so we have to come together as a people and see how we can redeem our image, so that when you come out, you are fully an Igbo person, not an Igbo person who is named by a white man or a foreigner. So and this change of name has happened a couple of places in a couple of African countries who have gone ahead to change their name from what the British or the German or the French, what the Europeans gave them as a name, back to their indigenous African names. Now, some of these countries, or I would say countries, let's have countries are. We have, if you know of Northern Rhodesia, what you call Zambia today was once called Northern Rhodesia by the British. They changed it back after independence. They changed it back to Zambia, which is an indigenous African name. And then we have Southern Rhodesia. Zimbabwe you have today was once called Southern Rhodesia by the British. It was changed back to Zimbabwe, by the people. And we have Malawi was once called Nyasaland, and they changed it back to Malawi. And then we have Guinea-Bissau was once called Portuguese Guinea. the Portuguese, once called Portuguese Guinea, and they changed it back to Guinea-Bissau. And we have Somalia. You have today was once British Somaliland, and they changed it back to their indigenous African name to identify this is who we are and this is what we should be called. And we have what's it, Ghana, our brothers here. Ghana was once called Gold Coast, but they changed it back to Ghana, right? So, and now we have Portuguese West Africa, which is today known as Angola. They had to change it back to Angola. So if you look around Africa, you see that lots of Africans, especially East and South Africans, they have woken up, to their identity and their heritage. In as much as we are all still fighting neo-colonialism, but they've gone a step further to assert themselves, with their identity. Say our towns, our country must be named according to who we are. For instance, Nigeria does not mean anything to any of us, any of the ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, and nobody's thinking about renaming it. Nigeria does not even have a good meaning if we go back to the etymology of the name. But that is just it, So before we get to changing the name of Nigeria, that is if Nigeria would be around till the next 20, 30 years. Whatever it is, Nigeria is a different ballgame. Let us start from our indigenous identity as Igbo, and let us change the names of our towns back to their original names. Let us start this campaign. So, with this, I'll come to the end of this particular video and this episode. If you've watched till this point, I would like you to, wherever you find this video, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. You can share this video on Facebook, follow us on Facebook, on Twitter. Wherever you find this video, please share so that our people will get to see what we've discussed here today, and basically begin to work on getting our towns and our villages back to their indigenous Igbo names. So this is where I come to an end. I'll see you on the next video. Umunnem, Demene, Dalono, Kodunu, Ogozo.